Alright, what's up guys? Today we are lowering the Mercedes, finally. I've been waiting around a little bit today. We're getting a late start like usual because it is just now a consistent 100 degrees. It's crazy muggy. Didn't want to stroke out while doing this, but I wanted to get it done, so here we go. Let's just get a little look at how high it is sitting up off the tire. I know I should be doing the shoe test, but we're gonna go ahead and do the finger test. I can get 3 up front comfortably. Now let's go to the rear. The rear is about 3. Nah, we can get 4 in there. Now we just need to tighten that up a bit. I've got 1.5 inch lowering springs, 35 millimeter. I did a little half-ass unboxing of these already, but here's a quick shot of them if you haven't seen them yet. I know they're purple. I kind of like it, but it's going to be under the car, so it doesn't really matter. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the car jack off the ground, got the wheels and tires off. See if we can get a look in there real quick. There she is. No, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I haven't done springs before. I have done shocks before and coilovers. I haven't done springs, but I'm sure it's fairly simple. I have done a little bit of reading on the forums and I didn't get much information on it. They just kind of said that it was a giant pain in the ass to do the fronts. The rears are fairly decent, but a lot of them are saying take it to a shop. You guys know I'm not about that. Luckily, my buddy Travis from First Gear Adventures, he's got a channel that he's starting up, let me borrow these spring compressors. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those on the spring and see how difficult this really is. Well, the struggle is real right now. I was kind of concerned that these weren't gonna work. I know I can't get the best angle on here. I'm using the camera, so it's hard to get into the tight spots. But I'm running into a few issues. The compressor wants to run into the spring perch right there. Trying to figure out a way around that. I knew I should have just got the disc, but I figured these might work. I'm gonna try a couple other things and see if I can get it to work. If not, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to get the discs. Turns out I am not going to be able to get these to work. There's just not enough room in there. If it'll focus, that'd be neat. I'd be lying right now if I said I wasn't bummed. I mean, I would slap the tires on and run to the parts store and get the right spring compressor that I need, but it is 9:30, it's 9:40 now, and they're all closed. That's the only crappy thing about starting this late. But I will get the correct ones and we will just pick up where we left off. Alright guys, here we are about a month later, if not longer. I'm gonna go with longer, since we initially tried to lower this thing. I finally found the right lowering, well, spring compressor. That, right there. No one in town had it. I had to order it, and it took, no kidding, probably about a month to get here. It said it was coming from New Jersey. I think it came from China. And I mean, it feels quality enough. It was only 60 bucks, so I may die. Hopefully not. I'm sure it's quality. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get it in there and see if it works. If you didn't notice, the car is a different color. Well, it's still red. It's just a matte metallic. You can't quite tell right now. It's got about a pound of dirt on it. But one of these days I will have some sunlight where we can actually pull it out and I can get some good footage of it. It's just been, all of Washington's been on fire, so I haven't been really motivated to do much outside. But anyway, let's get to lowering this thing. I hope you guys can see that I've got the plates at the very most bottom of the spring it can go, and then at the top. There we go. Oh, if you didn't notice, I had to take this here bar and put it right on the, let's see if I can show you guys real quick. I had to put it right on the sway bar perch and then put it up on the top of the wheel well, because I'm afraid that the lower control arm is going to come up and it's going to be a giant pain in the ass to try and get the spring out, because I'm going to need the most room I can get. So hopefully this bar will keep it from going up. But you just take the collapsible, I honestly don't know what to call it. I'm just going to call it the collapsible rod. Take it up right through the middle. Well, maybe. We're gonna put it right up through the middle. Yes! Oh, yeah. That is quite the donut right there. Hell yeah, got it out. That only took forever. Whew. Alright, time to get that out and get the good spring in. I am so pumped that it's out. Whoa, I don't know what happened there. All the pumped. I've got a little side-by-side action going here. And yes, this is the correct one. I was a little confused. I got to looking at them because they kind of all look the same once they're out. But this one in fact says front. So that's neat. Also, I'm sure this would have been much easier if I would have, I can't really get the camera in there, disconnected the sway bar and probably the shock, but I was just trying to see if I could get away without having to do all that, and it worked. Just took a lot of bit of finessing. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean the shock pad here, or the spring pad, I guess. And what you wanna do is make sure you clean down here on the control arm too, just to get all the dirt out and whatnot. It's just a good idea. It's actually not too bad. But I just want to get all the sand out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, but when we get back, we'll load in the new spring. Woo! I am fat kid winded. But it is compressed. Let's get this thing in here. Where's the donut? Now it's referred to this as the donut. It's the spring rubber thing. As you guys can tell, I like to use a lot of technical terms in these videos. Oh, you bastard. Oh, holy shit. Woo! Got it in. Oh, my Lanta. Sure that's seated. Yes! Alright guys, she's in. I'm pumped. How you guys like that that underglow right there on the spring? Should probably make that a thing. Anyway, it's in. I'm pumped. Not the biggest accomplishment, but I am pretty excited on it because it is a pain in the ass and my forearms are on fire right now. I'm gonna drop it down. I'm probably not gonna record the other side because it's basically the same thing and I kind of want to listen to some music and not have to worry about recording. What's up guys? Alright, so now we're started on the back. I need to get this piece off right here. Actually, I need to remove this little bracket back here. I don't know if you guys can quite see it. But I need to drop this, move it off to the side, move this plastic piece. Then I can drop the lower control arm and remove the spring. Let's get it. All right, guys, well, the last one is in. Job is done. Seems like the hardest part was lining up the damn bolt to get the control arm back up for the backs. I already got the passenger side done. The worst part about the passenger side is that the gas tank will be in the way, trying to get that bolt out, but it's really not that big a deal. But I am all the tired and super hungry. So we will pick back up on this tomorrow. I'm gonna get the tire on and call it a night, I think. Yeah, I need foods. Here we are the next day. And I have to say, I'm actually really happy with the car. It's already dropped a bit noticeably. I've got a whole maybe 40 minutes worth of driving. So that's from the shop to my house, and then from the house to the shop today. I didn't get a chance to clean it. I was too busy doing Silverado content, so that'll be coming soon. But I just figured I would go ahead and finish up this video. Now, for the super technical finger gap test. I believe we had 3 up front the last time, or when we started this. Now there's 2, like wedged in there. Not quite 1, but yeah, 2. We'll go to the rear. There was 4 in the rear. Let's try 3. Now there's 3. Pretty tight. So it has dropped a whole finger width on the front and the back. Crazy technical, right? But hey, it works. I will say it handles nicely already, just from the bit of driving. It feels more in tune with the road, because, not gonna lie, some of these German cars, they're pretty numb. Now it's pretty go-karty, if that makes any sense. The ride quality hasn't changed much compared to stock. I have noticed that it absorbs the road bumps pretty well. Drove through some construction, so I know for a fact that it handles the bumps pretty well. But we'll get it all cleaned up next week. I'm gonna take it to work this whole week, get some miles on it. Hopefully it'll sink down a little bit more. I would like for the rear to drop a bit more. And if you guys weren't aware of those little rubber pads that were coming out on the top of the spring, you can get smaller ones. I just didn't do it. I wasn't sure how much it was gonna be or how much it would drop. So I'm pretty happy with how it is right now, but it would be nice if the back dropped a little bit more. But as always, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to comment below. Thanks for watching and have a great night.